to my kitchen. I'm Peaches. In the back is my husband, Paul. You've not met him before, but hopefully one day you will meet him. So don't mind the mess in my kitchen. I have been doing some cleaning and editing. However, yes, I'm calling you a mess. However, what I wanted to share with you are some tips for grocery shopping. Because these days, with things being so expensive in the stores, it's best you know the best thing to do to save yourself some money. So number one is buy in bulks. You probably has heard that before, but really, buy in bulks, because when you buy in bulk, you save a lot. For example, this bag of potatoes is only $5, and if I was supposed to buy it, it's 5 pounds. If I was supposed to buy it by the pound, it would be about $1.29 per pound. So that's big savings there. And the same thing for the white potatoes. I bought myself 3 bags of 10-pound potatoes today. Why? Because they were $1.77. All you have to do is make sure you keep your potatoes in a dark place. And yeah, if a few of them grow, still you will be able to save some money, right? And as a matter of fact, you can do a lot with your potatoes if you want to make sure that you get maximum use and they don't go bad or grow on you, right? Because, for example, you do buy fries in the stores, right? Pre-cut fries. So you can actually pre-cut your own fries from your cheap potatoes that you buy and blanch them and put them in your freezer. You can also use some of your potatoes to make like pierogies, right? Yeah, you can also mash potatoes and freeze them. Freeze your mashed potatoes. Just make sure that you put them in a tight container so it doesn't get that freezer taste. And yeah, other than that, keep them in a dark, cool place. Not too hot, not too cold. Yeah, so let's move on. Buy in bulk, number one. Number two, check your prices and compare prices. Check how much you are getting per, like for example, 100 gram. Like for example, this chocolate here is $1 per 100 gram. So instead of picking up 2 of these ones, which are like $2.19 per 100 gram, we picked up 5 of these, and we picked up 1 of this, and we picked this one up because it has more pure cocoa in it, right? So yeah, there we saved 30 cents per 100 gram, which this is 300 grams. Wow, I didn't think about that. Oh yeah, 300 grams for $5. 500 grams for $5. Which would you prefer to buy? Yeah, so also check for those name brands that are selling you their names. I don't buy names. I buy produce and products. And so as long as it's good, I'm buying it. I don't care what the name is, because the truth is, a lot of times these things are produced in the same factory. They just have different labels. Okay, yeah, so like bread products. I will buy bread products that are like 50% off. Why? Because sometimes you see them on the shelves and they are regular price and they have 3 days left in their lives. or the best before date is 3 days ahead. And you see the 50% off, and they have 3 days left in their life. So why would I go buy 100 for the full amount of money when I can get 50% off and their best before date is the same? No, check your dates, check your prices, and save yourself some money. And as a matter of fact, I do freeze them because my boys will like to eat some bagel and cheese, so I freeze them and they last for a little bit. So consider freezing some of your pastry, your breads products, right? Here we are again, buying in bulk. This is my carrots, and these are my naturally imperfect carrots from No Frills. The other ones are just as naturally imperfect. It's only that it's not written on the bags. I don't see much difference with them. So I'm gonna buy me some no-name carrots and save some money. And if you don't live in Canada where we have No Frills, then I'm sure you have other stores that have the name brand stuff as opposed to the store stuff. Check them and weigh the difference and save yourself some money. Now, if you have kids going to school, that's another thing you need to do to save yourself some money. Buy in bulk. Buy in bulk. I bought a pack of these for $2. Now, this is not lunch. This is just snack. But it does save me some money. I saved 30 cents off each package, and it will last for a while, maybe until the sale comes on again. Now, as I'm emptying this basket, save yourself some money, get some reused bags or reusable bags and baskets, because 5 cents per bag, but it adds up. It all adds up, as we would say in Jamaica. One cocoa, full basket. Moving on. Yeah. Another bulk stuff, I bought some peas. So this is what I do with my big bag of peas. I get myself some smaller bags, Ziploc bags, and I share up the bag of peas among all the little bags. And so when I am ready to use some peas, I just grab one bag, or if I'm cooking more, I can grab 2 bags. Save yourself some money. Okay, so yeah, I buy these too. These are not a staple in our diet, but it is always good to have these handy when if you run out of your fresh veggies, or you want to do something quick, a quick stir fry. You can grab your bag of veggies and you're ready to go. And one of the things that I do to make sure my veggie doesn't go soggy is when I take them out of the freezer, I don't put them to thaw. I boil some water and I pour the hot water over them, and then I put them to drain in a colander, and that way I keep them as crisp as possible. Now, talking about the veggies, there's some products I don't buy. So one of the things that I look for on my label is where the product is from. And so this product's from Belgium. So I am comfortable buying it, but there are some other products that I'm not comfortable buying. So if you have any reserves when it comes on to how different countries produce their crops, then maybe one of the things you want to do is check where your product or your produce comes from. Now, sometimes you will look at the label and it will say packaged in. Packaged in is different from where the product was grown. And so packaged in does not mean that it comes from that country. So unless it says product of then packaged in for me is not good enough. So I stay away from the packaged in product. Another thing I should say is look at your labels. Now, there are some things that I look for on labels. One of the things I look for is trans fat. Is there any trans fat? We should know that although the product says 0 trans fat, chances are the product may have some trans fat. It's only that it's below the allowed limit, and that's why it's not listed on there. So if it is listed on there, it's, to me, kind of too much. So I try to go 0 trans fat because I am trying to stay healthy. What do you think? Do you go 0 trans fat, or do you not mind the trans fat? The sugar content is another thing. I check the sugar content. I check sodium and the different fats, because if it's too much saturated fat, then for me it's a concern. So I keep my saturated fat pretty low. Now, one of the things you can't get away from if you want to eat any dairy cheese is trans fat. But if you want your food to have a cheesy taste, you don't have to eat the cheese. You can actually just use some, what's it called again? Nutritional yeast. Hey, you couldn't back me up, man.
You got it.
Nutritional yeast, and give your food that cheesy taste that you may want. Now, one of the things I use in my cooking quite a bit is molasses. I use molasses because I don't use browning. Those little bottles that you can put on your meats and in your cakes, I don't use it because it has what is called caramel coloring, and caramel coloring is said to be linked to cancer. I'm a cancer victor. I have one kidney. I've had one kidney now for 23 years, and so I try.
Bless your soul.
Yeah, thank you. I try as much as possible to eat healthy. I know I gotta work on that stress and keep the stress a little down, but yeah, I try to keep my diet as clean as possible. No, absolutely not. You're not a stressor in my life. You are a good man where good is concerned. Now, coconut milk is something that I like. It's very expensive. I haven't seen them selling it in the cartons yet. I mean, like bulk. So I still have to buy the single one, and it's over. Oh, that's yours. You're not giving me any food. Okay.
No, I have one for you.
Oh, thank you very much. You're very kind.
You know that.
I buy it for over $4, one at a time, and I take my time to use it. Now I use it in like oatmeal or cornmeal porridge, or my husband will sometime warm some along with some soy or some almond, and put a little honey and a little turmeric and a little ground black pepper in as a night drink. I call my yellow drink. Yeah. What else did I? Yeah, actually, here. I guess we already put the bag milk in the freezer. However, one of the things that I do is, I know they say that whole milk, more fat for growing kids and all of that, but I couldn't care less about that. Yeah, I couldn't care less about that. I still buy 1%. Why do I buy 1%? I buy 1% because the 1% has 0 trans fat. Anything that's above 1% the higher the percentage is, the more trans fat that it has. And so I mentioned about trans fat before. I try to stay clear of trans fat. And yeah, this is one of our new favorite drink. I don't try to make it at home because I don't want to poison myself. If you know a foolproof method of making kombucha at home, then maybe you can share it with me. I'll try, because I have actually made apple cider vinegar. So maybe I could make some kombucha, because it's pretty expensive. We paid, was it $4? $4.50? $5?
No, it's $8.50, but that was on sale.
Goodness.
That was on sale for $6.99.
Okay.
Yes.
So 4 kombucha,
Yes.
for $8.
So they're over $2.25.
Yeah, but if you buy them single, you still pay more for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we're gonna buy it when it's on sale. We'll buy it when it's on.
We bought it for $8.50, but now it's $6.99, so $7 for 4.
Yeah, but I guess if you want to work on that gut, kombucha is a good thing to ingest, and there's no sugar.
Ever
No,
so often.
on the label, yeah, on the label it does say ingredients. Will say it has sugar, the ingredients, but the bacteria eat up the sugar in the production of the kombucha. So kombucha, get yourself some kombucha if you're working on your gut, and also some probiotics. Okay, now one of the last things I want to say to you is I don't buy these orange juice pretty regularly, but even when I buy them, what do? I'm a mixologist. I get these bottles, which are some pasta bottles that I save. I save a lot of jars around here because I prefer to store my food in jars than in plastic. So I use these jars and I pour the orange juice in the jars, and then I top up. I may pour it to the juice to here, and then I top up with water. And so it lasts longer. Because of course, we are not getting all our vitamin C from this anyway. It's just something to drink, right? Now it says excellent source of vitamin C, vitamin D, and they said it's 100% orange juice with added calcium and vitamin D. Now, what I want to say to you about this is,
when you're buying anything, most things are sold by the liter or by the gram. Now, the orange juice is sold by the liter. But guess what? Just looking at the bigger one for $4.49 and looking at the smaller one, which is 1.54 liter, you would assume that okay, the smaller one is cheaper because it's $3.49. The bigger one is more expensive. It's $4.49. But guess what? It's only a buck more, and if you look at the fine print, which is what I do all the time, it doesn't matter what I am buying, I'm breaking it down and I'm looking at how much it's been sold for per 100 gram or per 100 milliliter. If you look at the one for 449, which is the bigger one, it's been sold for 0.18 per 100 milliliter, whereas the one for 349 is being sold for 0.227 per 100 milliliter, which means that the smaller one is actually more expensive.
so I would suggest that when you're buying any liquids like these, don't just look at the price, but look at the detail, the breakdown of the price, and get the best bargain you can.
Best bang for your buck.
The best bang for your buck is right. Now, I bought myself some cornmeal, and I have oatmeal, because guess what? Cereal these days, I don't think you're getting value for your money. So we haven't been buying cereal much these days. We are sticking more so to oatmeal and cornmeal porridge. Yeah. And I do buy some sparkling water sometimes, because sometimes I need to be drinking quite a bit of water, and it can get boring drinking plain water. And I do use like lemon in the water sometimes, but I will use like 1 can of this, and I'll make myself where's my bottle? Yeah, I'll make myself 3 of these to drink for the day. No matter, by the end of the day I may finish 3 and start another one, but I try to do at least 3 of these bottles per day. But yeah, guys, that's it for groceries and any suggestions that I have for you to buy groceries now. I'm just gonna go ahead and put them away. So I'd love for you guys to share with me some tips that you use when you go grocery shopping that has saved you some money or give you the best bang for your buck. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe. Yeah. And please check out my other channel. My other channel is Valrine Vernon Home. There's a lot of how-to DIY decor for your home. I will drop it in the description box below. Until then, you take care now. Sending you lots of love and appreciation. I will see you in the next video.